Hey guys, what's up? Pro Gadget Review here, and today I am going to review the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. So I'm going to start by saying that this is far by the most amazing phone I have ever used. And I'm just going to go over all the amazing features this thing has. So first I'm going to talk about the looks and the design. So it is a very nicely designed phone. But in my opinion, not as nice as the HTC One X and other phones. I mean, it looks okay, not that nice because it is pretty big and bulky. So to some people are gonna look at it, they're gonna say, "Whoa, it's just too big. No way I'm gonna be using that phone." But everybody and their taste. I love this phone. So let's go talk about performance. So this phone is the fastest phone I've ever used. It's insane. I mean, first of all, it doesn't stutter at all. Let me just open this up. It has the nice ripple effect here. Now, you will see here that I am not, I'm using a launcher here, the Nova Launcher Prime, because I don't like how TouchWiz looks. It looks very, it doesn't look elegant and nice, so I use the Nova Launcher because it does remind me of stock Android a little bit with the icons. So I changed the icons here, So first of all, I have to say everything here is smooth. It's impossible that it will stutter. I never had that. It never happened. I mean, everything here is like, as you can see here, super smooth. When I go from app to app, everything here is like super fast. Look at that. I click here, opens up. I go out, multitasking. Everything here is insane. One downside about the interface in this phone is when I double click here, you are gonna have the S voice, which is terrible, absolutely terrible. I don't use it because I do have Google now, but still, the fact that it's on a shortcut on the phone annoys me because I want to remove it. I don't even need that shortcut because I'm never gonna be using it. So you should probably know that. I'm gonna show you some benchmarks. I'll show you quadrant. One thing you should know, this does get less on quadrant than the HTC One X for some reason. I don't know why, because this phone is faster when I use it. It has better performance. Everything is much smoother. Games run faster and smoother, such as I've been playing Need for Speed here, Most Wanted, and it runs much better than the HTC One X. But still, for some reason on quadrant, it doesn't get that much. But on Geekbench 2, it does get far more than the HTC One X. So I'm just going to skip this and skip right to the result. Okay, and here you have it. Let's press yes. And 6056, which is pretty good actually. Last time I got a little bit less, but that's pretty good as you can see. I don't know if you could see that. Let me just zoom in a little. Here, 6056. The HTC did get a little bit more, about 6900, which is actually I don't think it's a little bit more. I think it's much more, but still, I'd say I don't think and the benchmark is what defines the speed of the phone, because from my experience, this phone is faster, and you're gonna have a better experience using this phone than any other phone that I've used until now. Let me just show you now results on Geekbench. Just gotta find it. Where did I put it here? Right here. So I'm gonna skip straight to the results. Okay guys, here you have it. 2069, which is a pretty sick result. On the iPhone 5, I did get around the 1600, and the HTC One X got a little bit less. I got about the 1560, something like that. So as you can see, this thing really creams them. Has a really good score, and I'm not surprised. This phone is extremely fast. Everything here is smooth. Also, one thing I did notice here, which is pretty nice. Now, this phone is pretty big, and when you hold it with one hand like this, you aren't going to be able to reach the notification center. As you can see, I won't be able to reach it. So what do they do here? Now, I don't know if this exists on other phone, because I don't think I ever noticed this, but if you swipe like down right here, brings down notification bar, which is pretty nice. You got a lot of cool features here. TouchWiz is pretty good, in the interface, but I told you it doesn't look that good, but it is pretty good because you have a lot of options here. Like as you can see, you have the built-in notification widgets here, and when you do hold them, it does open them up in settings. Like let's say I want to connect to Wi-Fi, So I just hold this button and boom, opens up Wi-Fi, which is genius, really great, very useful. Now this phone is going to be running Android 4.1.1, so that's like I think it's the most current version for this phone. Maybe I don't know if there's 4.1.2 yet. If there is, then I didn't get it yet. So anyways, everything here is just insanely smooth. Now I do have Google Now here. Let me just show you that. Right, I have an action here to swipe up, and boom, Google Now. Everything here works really nice. Here, let me just ask something. What's the weather like today?
Today's forecast for Rowanana is 18 degrees and mostly sunny.
So as you can see, everything here silky smooth. So I'm really loving this phone. This phone is going to pack a quad-core processor clocked at 1.6 GHz, the Exynos 4412 if I'm not mistaken, and you are going to have an 8 megapixel camera and a 1.9 front-facing camera. So I'm going to show you some pictures to show you the quality of the camera. So as you can see, it can take really sharp images, and it's very good quality. I don't know if it is better than the HTC One X camera because I haven't compared them yet. So I don't know. But soon I will be posting a comparison between the Note 2 and the HTC One X Plus, their newest phone. I think no, the DNA is the newest phone, but still very recently released, and so we'll see if the HTC One X Plus could reach the level of awesomeness like this phone. Now, as I said, this phone is amazing. Everything, the battery, everything here is great, but it is big. Now, for some people that's a plus, but for some people it's a minus because this thing is really big. Now, in videos, when I used to watch reviews on this, it didn't look that big. It looked big, but it didn't look, whoa, it's huge. It looked, it looks big. But when you see this in real life, the first time you're gonna get a shock. You're gonna see that, you're gonna be like, whoa, my God, it's huge. So you should know that. One thing I forgot to mention is you are gonna have the S Pen that is right here. It's gonna come off like this. Really nice. Now the S Pen, one of the coolest things I have ever encountered on a phone. This thing runs smooth and it has so many features on this thing. I'm gonna start by let's say I want to capture an image on the screen. Now if you look closely here, I'm gonna zoom in on that. You have a button here, right here, as you can see. Now when I hold that button and click on the screen, this is what's gonna happen. Boom. I just captured the screen, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna delete that. Now one more other cool thing, if I hold the button and I could crop a picture. One second, I didn't. Look at that. See that? You could crop pictures, which is pretty neat. Now another feature you're going to have here is the quick command settings, which is basically, but to access it, you are going to have to click the button on the S Pen like this, swipe up, and a window will appear. Now through this window you can access your phone, messages, emails, web search, and maps, and possibly even more stuff, but I haven't really looked into it because this thing is pretty slow and not really useful. Now as you can see, if I want to call my dad, so I would just I would go like this, do this. Now this thing doesn't really work that good. I would just go like this. I have to do it really fast. Let me just try again. Here, Dad. I write kind of ugly because it's hard to write like this, Now as you can see, it will open up window with my dad's phone number and an option to call him. Now I will now show you web browsing, speed and all that. So let's get started. Let's open Google Chrome, and I'll start by opening up CNN. Go. As you can see, pretty fast. Let's open up the desktop site. As you can see, again, it's really fast. Everything here is pretty smooth. You zoom in, everything here is it doesn't stutter. Everything here is very fast. I want to open up something. Everything here is really good. So you are gonna have a very fast browsing experience. I am connected through Wi-Fi, so you should note that I have like 100 megabytes of speed here. So pretty fast. So it also depends on the internet speed. But even without connection to the internet speed, this is fast, because on the iPhone 5 you won't have browsing as fast as this. Let's open up some more sites, like open htc.com for some reason. As you can see, this is the mobile, the desktop version, and as you can see, it opened up pretty fast. Let's open up just one more site. Let's open up apple.com. And there you go. So you can see everything here is fast, like my computer fast. That's how fast it is. Like, it's about the same speed as my browser on the computer, which is amazing in my opinion. That the technology has advanced so much that your phone is now stronger than computers. Well, at least most of them. So that's pretty cool. Let's put back the S Pen. Now the phone does recognize when the S Pen is out and in, which is pretty cool. Now when I slide it in, there is going to be a sound. I don't know if you could hear it, but let me just. I don't know if you heard that. There's a little sound, and the device does vibrate. So that's pretty cool. One other feature I did forget to mention is the multitasking here, which is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Now you will notice that the background is different and the phone does look a little bit different. That is because I did indeed forget to film this part of the review, so I had to refilm it. Now you will see that the button to open the multitask menu is not in the middle, but it's down here. That's because this is running now a custom ROM. But in the rest of the video, it's running the default stock TouchWiz ROM. So disregard the location of the button. So to activate this, you're gonna long press the back button. And what you could basically do with this is, I could open Google Chrome, and let's say YouTube. I could open two windows at the same time. Now this is really amazing. I could browse on the web right here while I'm browsing on YouTube, and I could open up every video I want here while I'm still on the other window. You know, let's say I want to search something. Why would I search that? See, I could play a video while I'm browsing on the web. So that is pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that. And you could also change between windows right here on this button. And I'll basically just flip them around. And also decide the boundaries of each window. So I could make the YouTube, this small. So I decide what's going to take more space on my screen. So really, really nice. They really made this very customizable. But the problem is that not a lot of apps support the multitasking, as you can see. I do have a lot of apps here, and these are the only apps that support it, as you can see. So that's a shame. Maybe one day more apps will be supported, like the Quick Pick app that I use a lot, because I hate the gallery here. As you can see, there's gallery here, but there's no Quick Pick, which I use right now because it's much nicer and smoother. So that's basically it. So I think I pretty much talked about everything this phone has to offer, or at least most of what it has to offer. I forgot to mention the other features like S Note and all that, which is basically just typing notes with your S Pen. So I didn't feel the need to go over that. I'm trying to make this as interesting as possible. So I must say this phone is incredible, and I just love it. This is the fastest phone I've ever used, and the battery here is just insane. This thing lasts for 15 hours with like screen on time at more than half of the time, and I finished like a 10% here. I have an image here for you that I captured the screenshots of battery usage. Now as you can see here, my phone was on for 14 hours and 45 minutes with mobile network signal always on, GPS I barely used, Wi-Fi on more than half of the time, and also screen on more than half of the time on, and it lasted 14 hours and 45 minutes, and I had about like 7% when I was finished, and that is amazing. My HTC, I used to come home from school like at 2 o'clock after like 8 hours of use, and I would have to charge it immediately, or else it would just turn off because there was no battery. So one thing you should know here is that the battery here is amazing. I am not afraid to use my phone anymore. I use it whenever I need to. I do whatever I want. I can play with it as much as I need, and I'm not afraid to lose battery because the battery here is just ridiculously crazy. So you should know that. So that's pretty much all of it. I will be comparing it to the HTC One X Plus, as I said previously in the video. So thanks for watching, guys, and I have other videos if you haven't checked them out. I do have a comparison between the One X and the iPhone 5. You should check that out if you haven't seen it yet. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.